Hey folks, let's continue. Let's continue our design delve into Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. It's real interesting because it changed a bunch of stuff, but there is no new information. We are Xandra, level 77. We're kind of zombie-ish right now, but that's okay. We'll work on that. We'll get better. Where the heck were we? We had 2 swords. That's the important part. Not enough stamina yet to do 2 attacks in a chain. That's gonna change. So where were we? We just... Right! We were about to do something cool and we just unlocked the Undead Lockaway. We are in a very nifty place. So... just buddies. Like a dream, skeleton, yeah. I'm still in a dream. Okay, wait. There's you can't actually get up here. Just don't even try. Okay, so we are don't give up forest. That's getting meta. That's getting very meta. But anyway, we are going to be heading over here. Is anyone following us? So far, no. Okay. There's a buddy over there. He's totally seen us. But he's dead, so that's okay. So. Alright, just one blow does it. Just... Alright. I guess people were following us, I just didn't notice. Cool. So, we're gonna be going up this little path here. I played through the game at least once or twice without ever realizing this was here. If you're new to this series, I am... Oh gosh, that's a skeleton. That's not my name. My name is Xandra, but I am, using this build, which is centered around dual-wielding weapons, because that's really cool, and that's a thing only Dark Souls 2 does. Alright. Be wary of ambush. Enemy horde ahead. Eliminate one at a time. Alright. Seriously. Okay, here we go. That's bad, but we all missed each other. And now he's dead. Next. Oh, you got a web. Thankfully, you know, when you have 2 giant swords, it doesn't take more than a hit to get through it. Hey, new folks in the chat, welcome back. We are going to be fighting a lot of folks with dark weapons. Oh my gosh! How did you survive? How did you survive? Okay. That soul went places. Yeah, this game is more palatable when you're just one-shotting everybody. Also, I don't have many Estus flasks, so I'm using life gems to compensate. There's someone over there. Hey. Oh, crap. Oh, he tried to... I think that was supposed to be a grab. Okay. Be wary of back, and then visions of enemy. So probably that was that enemy that was gonna drop down and ambush me. And hey, we're at the top of this place here. We just barely missed a way to get through here. And if we remember correctly, there's some folks hanging off of the bridge here. I'm just looking back because you never know. But there's someone there. Now they're gone. And there's another person over here. And they're still there. Now they're gone. So we're slowly making our way up to the Undead Purgatory. And now we're in the giant Colosseum. And hey, there's a red phantom over there, because of course there would be. Alright. Hey, red phantom. What you got cooking? Nope. Whoa, he actually got some invincibility frames. That is super impressive. But he's dead. Okay. There's a relatively easy jump to get this. I'm gonna do this later, because I failed this and it was embarrassing. So, let's go to the Purgatory. Okay. Boss fights that get an intro cinematic are always a little bit more meaningful. There's a switch. There's a grate. These are very important details. And look at how they introduce this. They managed to introduce the switch and the fact that this thing, and they point you in the right direction, by the way, this thing will bear down on you and kill you, but there's these little nooks. Oh, and here he comes. And they're all dead, but they come back. But we know what that means, because we've seen this mechanic before. There's an enemy who's... oh, crap. Oh gosh, do not run out of stamina. There he is. Or she. Or they. Oh crap. Whoa. The lighting is real good in here. Also, it doesn't really take a long time for the Executioner's chariot to make a lap. So let's just keep going. Why did I pick that up? All the items here are pretty much crap. Thank you. And since the chariot itself is a light source, you really have a better idea when you're not looking at it where it... That was way too quick of a circuit. What the heck are you doing? You have a way better idea of where it is when you can't be looking at it. So let's just flip this switch. Is this a thing we can do? So, that killed the rider, not the horse. Now we have to kill the horse. But I have to be real careful with my attacks. Even though I'm doing supreme amounts of damage, this thing will wreck me. Yeah, like that. Oh, I'm out of... Oh gosh. Out of healing stuff. And we got it solved. So the Executioner himself, not a thing. The Chariot was the actual enemy. Or more specifically, the Horsies. And that's one of the more intense and dramatic fights of this game. And one of the ones they kind of like really tease. Because I believe this was, I think in one of the early press or demos. This whole thing. And hey, there's the buddy. Kinda didn't make it. So, hey, now, we brought down the gate. The gate was smashed. Now we can... Okay. Now we can go back to the pit. And you notice there's kind of a little jump, because, like, the chariot, like, jumps the jump, but you can't. And these dangling things are really messing with me. And now, we have access to this little place. What could be here? Well, a bonfire first and foremost, so let's bonfire it up. Also, hey, you can get here if you're clever. Hurrah for Dash. But there might not actually be anything here. I think I just... Oh, no, there's something here. Isn't that clever? Well, isn't there anything? Oh, gosh. Nope. There is. There totally is. So. Got some statues. Pure luck required ahead. And... despair in short. Don't give up. And hello. Hey, little person with spider-like back things. What's up?
What is it? Oh, you Trot Longo. This place won't be any fun. Not for you. What is it? Oh, you Trot Longo. This place won't be any fun. Not for you.
Now this is interesting, because he is the head of a covenant. But for some reason, he won't talk to me right now. And I'm not sure why that is. This is kind of new. Usually he will just, like, ask you, hey, you wanna shed some blood? Like a lot of blood? Then, hey, yeah, come on over here. But not today. So I'm kind of wondering what determines whether or not he'll tell you about the Sweet Covenant.
What is it? Oh, you Trot Longo.
It could be that he will only talk to me if I already like killed an NPC. Maybe at that point he'll say, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're the kind of person who's into that," and that would be interesting. Oh, and someone points in the chat that, hey, what did we just pick up? We picked up some cracked red eye orbs. So possibly he's waiting for us to have invaded someone else to see, okay, then you're the type of person. So that is all very interesting. Okay, yeah, it seems I need a token of spite. And to get a token of spite, you need to have invaded someone. Also, some enemies might drop them, because I remember talking to this this little fella without ever needing to actually invade anyone, but hey, maybe they added that Recently. Oh, shut. I do like that you have a special attack when you're dashing. And I do like to be dashing. Also, funny story, at some point, first time I actually came here, there was a message here that said, like, in short, turn right. And I said, okay, so as soon as the boss fight started, I turned right and fell into the pit and died. So, good job. Alright, can we make this tiny jump? We can! For a fire seed, that's actually pretty useful. Can we make it back? We could. Okay. Nice. So we did it. Now, we will just head on back to the bonfire, travel out of here, spend those souls, because we are still just like in shorts and boots here. We could stand to have more equipment. But yeah, that was the Executioner. And basically, what this place opens up is the Covenant that lets you invade other people. And it's interesting that like that Covenant was extremely hidden in the first Dark Souls, but in this one, it's not like just by following paths you can find it. To actually get in, you need to be a meanie, but you can actually find those. You know what though? Actually, no, I'm doing lots of damage right now. I'm just gonna keep on doing this. So more stamina should help out. And after that, you know, just a little bit, then a little bit. Yeah, let's equalize those out. All right, can we actually get a double going here? Okay, then I guess there is no follow-up. It's just that's the attack you get, and you don't get another one. And that's fine. It's already pretty good. So, equipment-wise, can I put anything on? Anything at all? Not yet. But I can put some gauntlets on. Alright, cool. Hey, I can wear gloves now. We got this. So we did this. We went to the Undead Purgatory. And now, well, let's just keep going. Just a moment. We are good. Thank you for your patience, and now we're back. So, we explored the Executioner part, now let's just go here. Surprise! Well, not really surprised. You kind of saw me coming from a mile away, but you're dead, so let's not belabor the point. Love this sword. Gosh, I love this sword. And its sister. I love them both. So, let me just check something up here. Yep, lizard's gone. So there really is no lizard here anymore. Oh, Bunny, like, Bunny says, there's still the instinct to press start, even though we can't pause, but this frees up my cursor so I can click out of the window. Because I had to check something. Otherwise, mouse will make the character move, and that's just not gonna work. Ah! Oh, just through my head. That's not fun for anyone. I like this sword because even when I really can't see anything, I got a good shot at still landing a good hit. Bye. Oh, I'm getting hit by magic. Run, run, run. This path is locked. This path has a real sweet waterfall. This also, by the way, is an area I really love to do co-oping. So I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm too close. I'm just gonna drop my soapstone. And go clear out some stuff. Because also it's going to repair my stuff. And basically, once you emerge from successful co-op, it's like you sat in a bonfire. That's useful. Alright, everything in here can be one-shot. So I just need... to quickly find Jerk who's going to revive these folks. Where are you? That's a lizard. Alright. Now I got a little bit of time before the Necromancer cast a spell. Oh, Estus Flask Shard. That was a good thing to come get. Now, where? There. Goodbye. I got a spell. Okay, so now... Okay, skeletons aren't coming back. Now to try to get this thing. Last waiting arrow, some stuff. Oh, that was bad. Jumps in this game, they're rough. Do the skeletons come back? Yeah, they totally do. But the necromancers don't. Hello? Sorry, we really need to be going here. Once you know the lay of the land, you have a better shot at doing the thing you should never do in Dark Souls, which is run. Alright. I'm gonna drop my sign here. Hey, buddy. Moving a bit low. Now to get my souls. Ah, of course, down the other side. Well, Okay, we did it. Nice. Let's not leap back in though. Yeah, in the previous version of this game, the Necromancer was on that little platform. Also, by the way, that's why I was carrying a crossbow here, because I assumed the Necromancer would still be there. Also, it seems we're not getting a lot of bites on our summon. So let's just cancel it. And just, like, get in. Okay, can we have a battle break? Seeing any summon signs. See, I'm not sure there's an NPC you can summon this one. If I was to put a summon sign, though, I would pick in this one. But there isn't. So it could be that there's just no NPCs you can summon this one. That is totally fine. Alright, so the next fight is interesting because you can affect how it goes. Skeleton Lords. 3 skeletons. So, we have 3 enemies to defeat. And they all kind of share a bit of a life bar. We just killed one. We're not going to be killing the others because, look, this one is exploding into balls of fire. And where they have landed, skeletons have sprouted. We need to get rid of them. There's a certain amount of them, more won't spawn. But they're going to be very dangerous if we leave them. Each Skeleton Lord has a different attack they can do in this mode, and also a different enemy they will summon. So I forget what the spear one summons. I hope it's not what I think. Nope, cool, we're good. Is just a bunch, a real big bunch of skeletons. I've got a lovely bunch of skeletons. Alright. Okay, that's a lot. Now we just got this one, and the reason I leave them for last, and I'm glad I remembered this is the one I need to leave for last, is because of the types of skeletons he's going to summon when he dies. And fans of the Soul series will know exactly what kind of skeletons are going to come out of it. It's everyone's favorites. The Bone Wheels. And there's only 2 of them. Wow, okay. That was surprisingly effective. I'm not sure if there were only 2 because it's the last one and there's only a certain amount of bar left, or if now there's just only 2. But yeah, you don't want that Skeleton Lord to fall early, because then you have to contend with Bone Wheels, and Bone Wheels will just destroy you if you're not careful. That's what Bone Wheels do. But anyway, look, we're in this like really, really cool place here. And let me just drop my sign just in case. That's something. Oh wait, is he gonna vanish if I just go through here? Not yet. Okay. But I do like to help folks out with this one. And you can. Whoa, gosh, that flew. Going Casey at bat against these bone thrones, but also kind of weird that they're just like sitting here doing nothing on these piles of corpses. Seems boring. But anyway, there's a door. The other side of this thing. We couldn't just like lightly step over these few rocks and come here. We had to like go for this. So let's go through. And here we come with the congratulatory messages. So easy enough. Oh, look at this. When we're throwing the switch, we kind of get a first glimpse at what's coming up there. This weird structure. Now we have this great big valley. And yeah, there's nothing here to look at except this thing. So it's kind of like, hey, maybe, you know, keep your eyes out. Like, maybe consider what you're... There we go. That's a bit of a skeleton in the wall there. It's a sleeping skeleton. This is a completely... I was gonna say, oh, this looks like a completely useless ladder. No, it's there so you can't go back. Now we come to the Harvest Valley, and hey, there's a person! There's a person looking at a skull. Hello.
Are you a traveller? I'm Cloanne.
Cloanne.
An ore-stone trader.
She trades
I travel about
stones,
collecting
and that's
rare
very
stones,
useful.
which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this god's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits. Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing.
Yeah, basically, hey, she's gonna celebrate stones.
Now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all.
So we can buy stuff right here, right now, if we want. We don't have to.
No interest. What?
However,
I came here in search of
as
rare stones,
usual,
but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, and you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about. These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor.
okay, so basically
Some
giving us, hey,
stones
by the way,
provide
this is how
special
smithing's gonna
benefits.
work, just in case you haven't seen it yet.
Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted.
Though thankfully
I've
we just
learned
can read
quite
the
a
names
lot,
in our
really.
inventory, so that's good.
Drang Lake.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that I ended up here?
Mm-hmm. That's kind of how this
It's
goes.
funny. I can't seem to remember. I've searched every nook and cranny here.
There we go.
I
We've
suppose
talked
it's
her
time to
ear
move
off,
on.
and now she's gonna go to Majula.
Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long.
Yep.
I've searched.
There we
I've
go.
searched-
Oh crap, sorry.
I suppose.
Yep, cool. Now, she's gonna go to Majula, and here we have a skeleton. We can see the bonfire, and there's this goop here. And it's poisoning us, but there's a detail. it's sticking to our equipment, and it's taking a while to go down. And while it's still on us, poison is still going up. And it's enough to poison us. Well, that's bad. But if we just sit at a bonfire, we're good. So the fact that you have to trudge through this is basically there to teach you, hey, this is how these poison pools are going to work in this area. Be warned. And there's a bonfire right next to it, just in case you get in trouble. But let's go back to Bajula and spin our souls.
Is that a shard? Here, to see.
That's right, I got a shard, yes. Ah, shards. You quickly learn to love these things. Alright, I should probably look at attunement. Right now it does nothing for me, but 2 more levels and I'm going to be able to cast a spell. And that's going to be actually useful. However, 2 points now will do nothing. So I should probably have all of it at once, or else I'm just gonna get a very marginal upgrade. So it would probably make more sense for me to upgrade this and then get more equipment. But let's just take the hit right now, do it, invest in our future self. And also, I think I can burn, yes, some Sublime Bone Dust. Alright, let's go back to the Harvest Valley. The Poison Pool Bonfire, because that's exactly what it is. If you run through it, you should be okay. Am I out of bolts? Yep, I'm out of bolts already. So, you can already tell this is going to be a fun part, right? And they just taught us the poison pool, and now they're introducing another mechanic, the poison mist. But there's a very specific difference between the two, which we will get to experience. So, well, first of all, let's just grab this. Oh, of course. You stay down. So hey, there's this giant lumbering thing over there. There's these crawling enemies. And yep, this mist poisons us, but it doesn't linger, which is the important thing. Okay, okay, this hurts you a lot. Cool. Oh, okay, but I'm poisoned now because I wasn't paying attention. That's on me. Something also I've learned, popping a life gem is usually just enough to counteract the effect of poison. So if you don't want to use up all of your poison moss, you can just keep popping a bunch of life gems, because we usually have more of those. And then you say, I'm just gonna get poisoned. That's okay. Just quickly run around, pop life gems, grab things. Destroy skeletons. And if you pop 2, then they're enough to overpower the poison. Because those healing items stack. And all of them have some form of delay, or like heal over time effect, but the great thing is, like, they will all function together. Got some good stuff here. We're just having a ball in this poison pit here. What we're doing. Gotta keep healing. Because this way you get to ride out the poison. Instead of nullifying it, and then it builds right up again. Alright. Chest ahead, therefore try bravery. There's a chest down there somewhere. Friggin' Branch of Yore. An important thing. And it's our buddy Gavlan. First of all, the chest, it's not tripped because they wouldn't put a trap next to Gavlan. What's up, Gavlan?
Gavlan doing?
Gavlan knows me indeed. What's up?
Gavlan will. Gavlan deal.
Yep.
Gavlan wants soul. Many, many souls. What you want. With Gavlan, you will. You deal.
How to give someone a memorable catchphrase? Well, you just have, like, them say the same thing over and over again. Right. Sorry about that. Okay. Do you have new stuff? Nope. Just this. I have one already. And his talk doesn't refresh. So I'm just gonna see, can I sell you stuff? I will sell triplicates of weapons because I can't use them. Like I can't triple wield something. Much as that sounds cool. Oh, got a magic mace. And I can't dual wield armor. That's not how that works. So Gavlan's good at like keeping our inventory organized. That's good, that's good. And we're good.
Many deal.
Gavlan's happy when you sell to Gavlan. Okay, so, okay, the chest is in there. I popped that too early. Oh well. We got a divine blessing, another super elixir we will never use. Gosh, there's still items I haven't picked up. Dang. Okay. So we made out like a bandit here. Now we're finally out of the poison. Now we can actually keep playing this game. So, hey, pretty ladies, with fans or mirrors. Also, they're throwing fire, because of course. Why did everyone die here? Okay. Everyone died because they tried to go toe-to-toe with the flame. Don't do that, I guess. Crossbows. They're real useful. Don't think I can actually lock onto her. Oh, I can. Alright, there we go. So we can't bust through that door. There's gotta be another way. There has to be another way. Whoops. Whoops. Well, okay, we all whoops on this one. Yes, Pink Bunny in the chat says, like, use an elixir, but you can't buy elixirs. It's the final battle, but I only have 87 of them. I love Songwon Cho. Really, really cool person, does a lot of very, very funny videos. Alright, so hey, we pulled the switch, we did this. Also, by the way, these folks can drop their equipment, which is real neat. It's very fashionable. And these folks drop a face mask that makes it more likely enemies will drop stuff. So, you know, this area is good for grinding. And we have another bonfire. And a nice detail. Look what they surrounded it with. Poison pots. Now you get to, like, your tendency to just roll through pots because it's fun is immediately met with poison. But it's okay because there's a bonfire. You can discover the mechanic and then keep going. It's totally fine. So also, hey, there's a bunch of lizards here. Missed it. Alright, just need to hit it once thing. So, other one's gone, but that's okay. We'll get it next time. Here, we have many different avenues. And we can drop down into these. And we can drop down into these poison tunnels. And that's... Someone's throwing fire. And that's the thing. So, we just look up and now we see, oh crap, that... Oh, there's someone up there throwing fires. Like, this tower in the distance is now way closer and it's full of windmills. And people throwing fire. We came from there. We can go there. And we can drop down. So let's start with the merry happy pit of poison, because of course we're gonna start with that. And we have 91 of these radiant life gems, so maybe let's use some of them. Also, gosh, we cannot see anything. We got a little bit of light from that, but yeah, no, that's not gonna work. So I guess let's just hug the right wall. Seems we're making some progress. There we go. And we're up here. I guess. Okay, yeah, this is one exit. You just can't see anything. You just cannot see anything in there. So what we're gonna have to do is go back to the bonfire. Might be a little bit counterintuitive, but that's actually what you got to do. Light a torch. Thankfully, the gas down there is not flammable. Got it. But now, with this fire, we can see a little bit. Here, and then there's another one. We gone through this one. We jumped down this one. The one that's left is one with the ladder. I do believe going down with the ladder will extinguish our torch, so let's not do that. Those are, yep. There's another ladder. Poison stone, that's actually, yeah, that's very fitting. The poison stone lets us make poison weapons, and as you would expect, poison weapons are kind of a dud in a lot of games. I mean, in this one they might be useful against bosses or such, but really, they make you have to wait for an enemy to die. And the enemy's not just doing nothing while you're waiting, they're actually attacking you, so that's usually not the best thing. However, I guess some enemies are weak to poison, so that's actually something to consider, maybe. Also, normally I would come back here to grind for these folks, but there's like a flamethrower. Yeah, that. So not the best idea in the world. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that poison gas isn't flammable. Okay, so we have this place here. We can drop down here. It's a tiny drop, but it's a one-way drop. And then, hey, we could have dropped down there. And now we have this enemy here. We will be trying to bait him into smashing open this door. We did it! It's actually real tricky to do that. Okay, good. Soul of a Lost Undead. Oh, some old knight stuff. Interesting. Wonder what an old knight was doing here. And some life gems and stuff. Okay. So now, we gotta go down this little drop. And this is a very... well, let's just show you. Not what I wanted to do. Yeah. There's a lot of these. There's entirely too many of these. And if you don't have... if you, like, press the wrong button, then you're in for a rough time. Now we're dead again. Should probably drop my sign here more often. Okay, so, right? Okay, here. Let's try that again, because we really want to get at whatever that thing is. Alright, what if we just climbed up here? Because they don't have a ranged attack. Got a pretty solid melee one though, and unlike their brothers, I cannot one-shot them. Which makes this tricky. But we got this. Summon sign has disappeared because you kind of died, buddy. Alright, once more. What if I just did this again? Try to funnel them into one area. Good. Good. Okay, good. This room gets rough, but we're rougher. Alright, so, and the rest is basically just, hey, I can wreck these things and then grab the juicy items in it. And these seem to be some sort of like, oh, well, they're probably jailers and these look like cells, so this place is absolutely terrible. What if there's a secret passage down any of these? Oh, kinda. So, if there's a way there, then I'm just gonna real quick, and there we go. Alright. What's down here? Peek around the corner. Oh, there's someone there. That's the item we saw, petrified something. That's going to be useful. So basically, don't do this, because if you do, you're dead. So let's not. So we got the petrified something, which was the reward for all this, and also all of the other things we got. And then, hey, we can continue over here. So there's a lot of these. And a new buddy. Oh, just cannot barely one-shot. So the fact that there's a flame-throwing person up there makes this trickier. Also, you've seen them like throw these giant, like dark fireballs. Those are, those hurt a lot. So you got to be very, very careful. These enemies have a tendency to one-shot you. Oh, hello. Yep. I'm really glad I have that extra bit of stamina. Because now I can actually... See? Okay, I thought it was clear. Was not clear. Now I'm dead. Really shouldn't be getting hit by those. Summoning is just not doing it for us today, but that's okay. Okay, so even that doesn't work. Okay, we're in the bad spot now. However, hey, buddy just followed us in. And now he's poisoned. And gosh, poison really kills him fast. I'm just gonna throw a little knife. Yep. And I'm also gonna throw a little knife into this person, so hopefully... Nope. Okay. Alright, hey folks, we're back to our favorite pastime, scouring poison pits for items. And when there's a big pile of items, of course there's going to be a sneaky skeleton waiting to ambush us. Chameleon, that's a cool spell. Titanite Shard. Washing Pole. That is a very, very weirdly named item. think it's supposed to be sort of a reference in Japanese that doesn't really translate very well. But basically, it's kind of like a nodachi. It's a very, very long Japanese sword. Can be useful depending on your build, like most weapons. Ow. Okay. Oh, hello. These folks are headless. There is a good reason why they are headless. We will get into that later. Okay, cool. He just got poisoned. Also, if we look at his back, he also has the mark of the undead on his back. And that's interesting. Not many, like, it's cool to see it on some enemies. Okay, there's more enemies there. Oh, there you are. Okay. This is gonna kill us, so let's not do that. Or will it? Right, no, this is poison. There's a thing you can do to make it apparent that the rest of this area is a bad thing. But hey, Lucatiel, what's up?
Still on the road?
Yep.
Sorry to have burdened you, sir.
Oh, come on, you're the best.
This is for you. By way of an apology.
That's good.
I found my thoughts growing hazy. My memories are fading, oldest first. The curse is doing its work upon me. I am frightened.
Lucatiel is the best character.
Terribly so. If everything should fade, what will be left of me? I had an older brother. We learned to fence together.
We would sell stolen goods together.
He became the most decorated swordsman in all of Mirror. I never even compared to him. In fact, I never beat him. Not once. But then, one day, he was gone. Lost without a trace. Now I'm certain that he was taken by the curse.
I mean, he could have just fallen into a well. You don't know.
If only someone would hear my tale.
Me, I'll hear your tale.
My brother must have come here, too. Soon I may forget even about him. If only someone would... My brother, soon...
So, it's cool that they hide Lucatiel in all these places because basically, she, once you talk to her, it progresses her storyline and also she gets to be a summon. Really need more Pharaoh's Lockstones. So I'm gonna need to come back here. So we could go into the tower, or hey, there's this little side path here. We heard a big loud noise behind us. Let's completely disregard it. That was the sound of an enemy who just died to poison. So hey, look at this. It's the Altar of Sunlight. And now, we've become part of the Sunlight Brotherhood. And we can learn Praise the Sun, and that's pretty much what we needed to do. There we go. Now the true Dark Souls starts here. This is pretty much what's left of the smashed statue that was in Dark Souls 1, and the fact that this is all excavated stone, and there's kind of like parts of the place where that statue was before, kind of implies that, hey, maybe this whole place is Undeadburg. That just somehow fell into ruin and was like maybe caught in a mudslide or something and completely covered in dirt and rock. And now they've uncovered it. Or maybe they just moved the statue. So now we will have an easier time being a friend. Hello. See, last time I hit one of these folks, I almost one-shot him just barely. So I thought, hey, I'm just gonna hit him with a knife first. But then still wasn't able to one-shot them. That's a little bit... Oh crap. Okay, everything in this tower will poison you. These are super annoying because they can pretty much explode you when you're close to them, and I have no attack that is faster than that. So it's probably a case of trying to bait out that specific attack and then catch them. Or, you know, like shoot him full of bolts from a distance. Now I managed to watch it. Well, what's the logic? What's logic? Oh, nice. Sure. Not this time. Ah, dropped a dragon charm. No, you're supposed to drop your equipment because it's cool. Nope. Crap. Alright, so now when we drop our sign here, it glows gold. And hopefully if someone can summon us, I'll be able to like demonstrate the other part of that. Anyone else? Okay. Okay, that's a trap chest. Okay. Let's prepare in case it's the crossbow. Crossbow. Just a torch. Completely, I wouldn't say useless, but not super useful. But it's a good idea to prepare yourself just in case it's that particular trap. Just in case, because like I'm still waiting for one of them to drop the face mask. That'll boost item discovery. Yeah, like Pink Bunny brings up a good point in chat in that, like, the Dark Souls 2 uses a lot of the lore of Dark Souls 1 to kind of make some links, but geography never matches, not at all. So to me, it kind of makes it seem like, okay, maybe just a bunch of stuff was moved, and that's just how it is. But also, maybe this is just them hand-waving the whole, like, well, you know, like, this place, the flow of time is also weird, so maybe the flow of space is also weird. Maybe that's how that goes. Okay. This jump is hard. Let's see if I can make it. Yep. Good. It's a real tricky one. Okay, so. Roll through these, read the messages. Hurrah for rolling, indeed. Okay, here's your first hint. There's a trap. There's some traps. And there's a monster there. But yeah, stuff's gonna shoot from out of that. And there's a switch right there. I need to find a better tactic. We gotta be careful not to hit the switch. Or, oh, there we go. Knew there was someone there, but it's real hard to see when you have these giant swords. Okay, there. So what I like to do is this. When you know where it's coming from, you can just set it off. It's kind of like disarming it. You just set it off, and now you know you're not going to be... Okay, there's totally someone there. Not someone there. Okay. Oh, and there's just... Okay, so if you happen to go, oh, cool, an item, and grab it, then you get very destroyed by this enemy. Okay, so are you a mimic? Okay, chest is not breathing. Not a mimic. Oh gosh. I just got a better crossbow. And it's already upgraded a little bit. That's great. Heck yeah. And I got some bolts. But now I can't wear my hand stuff anymore because they're too heavy. But that's okay though. I got a better crossbow. So you ask, well, what the heck do I do now? Well, you gotta jump down here. Whew. Oh crap, you're still here. Oh, come on! Where the heck did that mannequin come from? That's what I want to know. Wasn't here before. Where the heck was his pond? Alright, well... Hey, let's go through this area again. Dark Souls! Right, I need to go down here. There's him. Couldn't have been him. Oh, and I'm getting pretty gnarly here. I'm gonna let him do the poison thing. I wonder if I can get his... Probably not. So where is that other mannequin. Anyway, I got a bunch of souls, so I should probably go turn them in. Made it. Okay. I think we should have enough to get our first spell.
Bearer of less.
Yes. Now our attunement slots have gone up to 1. Also, yeah, let's just... Ah, that's better. Now we can attune spells. We have a slot. So we can use Combustion or Fireball. Let's use Fireball because it's a fireball. So we have a ranged fire attack. That's gonna come in handy. Also, hey, what's up?
Oh, fancy meeting you here. Speak up if you need anything at all, alright?
So we can buy stuff. The thing, though, is that her inventory functions the same way as the armor merchant. We have to buy up stuff for her before she will get more. So at this point, first time I played through this game, I didn't need the small Titanite. I was good, so I just never bought them, so she never got anything else. But no, when you buy out her stock of Titanite, then she gets a ton more things,
No interest.
way more useful things. So that's a tiny detail that I feel could have been
I knew you.
like conveyed better, because if the starting inventory of these merchants doesn't seem useful to you, you will never discover that they could have carried stuff that you were very much into. Okay, so I got some. Oh gosh, I got so much Titanite. Do I? But I have this heavy crossbow. But okay, first things first. Boost my stuff. And now we're into chunks. And now we're out of souls. Okay.
I'll be around.
Can we pop some of these souls here? Oh gosh, yes. Okay.
You would.
Dude, I'm paying you. So we can upgrade one of them. This one. So he needs large, we don't have large.
I'll be around.
Well, let's just start buying her stuff.
Visit me again.
So now we can cast fire. We are in a better place karmically because now we're part of the Sun Brotherhood or Sisterhood. We are a Sun Sister. Now we can engage in jolly cooperation. Got better equipment. And we have a boss fight that is actually real cool. And I want to show it to you. Me. Jeb asks, have I gotten the special free armor yet? What special free armor? From the merchant in Majula. He sells special free armor. Oh, come on! You just attacked. These enemies are incredibly annoying because of that. They can one-shot you even if you try to do like the best thing. Oh, right. Good point. I completely forgot that was a thing. So we left our souls, not in San Francisco, but back in that area. Yes, yeah, absolutely, that's a good point. This is something we can get only at this point, and again, only at a time when, why would you talk to him ever in this situation? But I have no souls, and I'm going to talk to him.
I'm glad to see you safe. Take a look at my wares. Always open for business.
Oh, no, right, I'm sorry,
Forget to buy some. Have you seen that warrior lugging that? I'm no expert, but that appears to be a fine specimen. The monstrous thing has a peculiar design, quite unlike anything found in Vulcan.
yes, it's the Moonlight Greatsword.
Would you ask him if he won't sell it? I'd have to take another look, but I'm confident I could offer quite a price.
So, yes, the thing is,
Always open for...
he can progress to another level. Let's see if I can just prompt him into that now. That should probably be enough.
Forget to buy?
I need to buy stuff from him so that he'll get to that point. I actually do want the thing that boosts pyromancy power. That's got some like good stats. Is it heavy? I can't really tell. Oh gosh, that's exactly the amount of money I have left. Cool.
Thanks very much.
So let's see if that's enough to prompt him to level up again and change his stock. We'll know from his position. Because last time, like, he started, he was just like, oh, I guess I'm okay. But now he's, like, sitting in a more comfortable position and being more helpful. And now look at him. King of the world.
Sorry, have we met? Oh, sorry. It's just I've been awfully busy lately. Care to look over my wares? Please, be my guest.
Now he's a big shot
I
merchant.
upgraded my stock recently, although it may be a bit out of your reach.
And if we talk to him now,
In a spot of bother.
in a spot of bother because we have no souls.
Here, take this. My compliments.
And he just gives us a set of armor.
I'm rich! I'm rich! I don't need to go home anymore. Home? Home? Where is home?
So yeah, he's really drifting off to the bad hollowing place. But now he sells the Alva armor, and that's actually a pretty good armor when it comes to, it's very light. It's very light for its armor power.
Are you sure?
But that's okay. So hey, we just got a bunch of stuff. Specifically, the armor of Horus. The armor of kings of the desert land of Jugo. First worn by Horus, the land's heroic founder. According to legend, the armor of Horus is composed of a mysterious substance that cannot be seen by cowards. What do your eyes tell you? This is armor. It's the Emperor's new clothes, essentially. It's armor that is transparent and implies you're a coward. Also, the helmet is actually kind of neat. But, so yeah, the armor doesn't weigh a lot and also raises your armor load. So hey, I can wear this transparent armor now. Which, like, hey, it's free defense. I will absolutely take it. So, let's go back to the poison swamp. Welcome to the swamp. Aye. So, okay, this time for sure. This time we will absolutely make it to the top. Make it to the top. I got a feeling going up. Ah, gosh. Yeah, that hammer really hits. Okay. Well, hello. Yeah, Jeb in the chat going, I don't know why everyone's talking about invisible armor. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, Earthen Peak, here we are. Ow. Nope. Alright, do it. Come on. At least you can't do it immediately afterwards. And she drops everything except her equipment. Come on, I want your pretty dress. These are the slim pickings for cooperation here, though. See, I'm seeing like ghosts of other people. There's something happening. Come on. Like, also, hey, these are like ghouls and poison. They don't seem to be having a good time. I'm not gonna do that. These didn't used to be in this room here. They added them recently for a very good reason. Let me just show you. I'm just gonna like just go in because it seems that people don't want to be summoning the Xandra today. Do we have a buddy? Should, in theory, be able to maybe call on Lucatiel? I don't know. Maybe we can't. That would have been a great place to put a summon sign. Okay, so I guess no summoning for whoops. Dang it. Yes, I meant to do that, actually. It's like okay, so I guess no help for this one. So, this next boss fight is very interesting, and let's see specifically why. The Covetous Demon. This thing can actually eat us, but we can distract it with a meal. Not the cute character from Nier, just a meal. So while he's eating the enemy we just dropped, his defense goes up, but he can't eat us. That's the Covetous Demon. Gosh, these swords. They do the job. But yeah, normally this would be the only place in the entire game where you had these enemies in these spots. But they added some at the exterior just to show you how the thing works. So yeah, this enemy can totally jump on you and eat you. That hurts a lot. And then he spits you out, and all of your equipment has been unequipped. So you're in a fight, but you need to quickly scramble to re-equip your weapons, and that's real bad. So you just drop other meals for him. There's no way to go up there, by the way. That's just, nope, impossible. And Jeb in the chat going, I've never seen that fight last that long. Yeah, Kristen in the chat is like joking about like Fury Warrior Xandra. On the WoW server Earthen Ring for many years, I played a gnome warrior with blue hair like this, called Bluechan, who was a Fury Warrior. And like, part of her macros would be yelling like, "Yar, fear my tiny fury," and then leaps into battle and such. It was real cute. I like that. I wonder if I will ever actually come into contact with my former guildmates. It's been so long. So long. Anyway, there's a bonfire. Yep, that's bad stuff. More bad stuff. All of the bad stuff. But first, let us go do the Majula thing. Yeah, of course.
Bearer of Seekless.
Bearer Seekless. Always. Okay, so we did that. We're good. We have the stats we need. We actually have like some equipment. That's actually pretty useful. We only have enough for one level, so let's actually start putting points in adaptability. That boosts poise, which is good, but also it's gonna let us actually like take sips without taking an hour. So, this area, we won't be finishing it in this episode because it is gigantic. But yeah, normally Lucatil would be here and we'd be talking to her, but they kind of replaced her presence with all of these pots, and I'm not sure why. So here we kind of get an idea of, well, this is a party. Oh, there's totally an enemy there. I don't have that many bolts though, but we see him. We totally see him. Oh. Oh, cool. We got some of the mannequin's equipment. Not what I wanted to do, but it worked. Okay, so let's actually check out that equipment. Mannequin gloves. Gloves of the mannequins of Farves Valley. Okay, there we go. The peculiar art of puppetry is a vestige of the two lost hands. A queen breathed life into these dolls with the very miasma that afflicted her poison-drenched bosom, so that she would have slaves to serve her temperamental will. So, these are all these headless enemies are all mannequins that have been, like, given life. But why are they headless? Well, we will get to that later. And there will be more explanation also. They keep saying there's an illusory wall, but it just... No. Also, they do this thing here. Okay. Here, there's the spot, and there should be... I don't see it. Normally, there would be like a switch to raise them, but I guess not. Oh, no, there it is. Basically, it lifts them out of the way, so... Because if something hits them, they will explode in poison. So it depends on whether or not you want them to be there so you can use them, or not there so you don't accidentally get hit with them. So yeah, see, like, there's totally something there. But how? Oh, you're there. And you're super... Oh gosh, you're here also. Oof. Okay, so yeah, I do believe you have to jump from up there to get that. Oh, Devotee Scarlet. Hey, we can summon a friend here. But yeah, that jump is too far for us. Okay, but we did attract this one's attention. But yeah, we just cannot jump that, but we can drop down. There he is. Crap. Well, let's try again. That can be a good, like, lances and spears are underrated in this game. You can use them from behind shields. That's super useful. But there's like, that's not where we're going right now. We're going with dual wielding, and those types of weapons aren't the best at that. I do believe there was one up there who was throwing, or just maybe his drop animation includes throwing poison spikes. God, that's some real good poison you got there. Like, it's quality poison. Hello. Cool, we got his bottoms. Okay, try torch. Try torch. Torch. Why would you, though? That's metal. Why would you ever do this? Though thankfully there is a bonfire right there. So we can totally just light a torch. And then go do that. And yeah, set light. Once you go there, it is, but like, okay, this takes some logic. Like, why would this, why? Really? But then, okay. Also, yes, now this is like setting fire to the whole thing. And burning off the part that supposedly makes it work. So now it's all burnt. Fabric's gone. And it stops. So, what happened? Well, some stuff happened that you will only know if you didn't do this. Like, everything stops now. Cool. And this will actually, like, I'll point out where this had an effect. But basically, this makes the rest of the area way less difficult. The thing, though, is that, like, okay, when you think about it, of course, a windmill this big, metal on metal, it will be greased up a lot to let it spin. So, oh, it's the grease that's catching fire, but for that, you would need to know how a windmill works. And I'm just not sure that's a link enough people do. Like, I don't think like that the majority of people playing this game will understand how rotors work and the whole concept of lubricant, and that this lubricant specifically is flammable. So I kind of feel that's something that should have been hinted at in some way. But with Dark Souls, you do have a safety net in that when you're playing online, you have other players telling you stuff with the game's little message system. So you do rely on other players for that. Whoa, okay. Also, that other mannequin just, like, left. He just pulled a switch that made this door fall down. And there's a switch right there. That's gonna kill you. And okay. And now we have the mask. Let's look at what the mask says. A fickle queen gave them life and tore off their faces. How else could she forgive those who dared gaze upon her? What the oh crap. I was explaining something. Basically, she made mannequins and then she got incensed that they dared to look at her, so she tore off their heads. Also, let's look at, like, that mask doesn't look super awesome. But that mask used to look very different. That mask used to be perfectly, like, porcelain white flesh and had just two almond-shaped eyes, one with, like, some blood pattern dripping. We saw these in the original trailer. But the rumor I heard is that that specific design was too close to an existing mask design in another property, and they decided to just, okay, let's just change the design to avoid getting sued or avoid, like, some IP trouble. And for good measure, they just ripped off the heads of all of those characters too. I'm not sure which came first, changing the mask or ripping off the heads, but they're like, it's a belts and suspenders solution to this particular problem. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna be poison pals. Hey, there's a special hidden passage here, and how do we know? Because we remember she was spitting fire at us. And we got her gloves. Hey, finally, it's better than nothing. Kinda want her dress. It's a cool dress. They're too heavy, sadly, but look at these cool gloves. That's pretty neat. Okay, Sorcerer's gloves from a distant land of Jugo. Hey, same place my current armor comes from. Plain white, thin fabric, but it's permeated with powerful magic. Oddly enough, even those who are perceptive enough to realize that they have enchanting looks fall prey to their seduction with alarming regularity. And that means, hey, even if you know she's gonna do the delayed blast fireball, you're still gonna fall prey to it because it's a hard thing to dodge. So we got that, and now, hey, we get a nice view of everything. And also, she's kind of clipping through. And also, wait. There's a person there. There's totally a person there. Hey. We're gonna go meet that person there. Okay, so who wants poison? We want poison. We actually don't want poison. Okay. There's enemies there. There's her. Alright, hold on. Someone doesn't want us to have... Oh, crap! That's bad. Probably gonna be poison. Yep. Should have looked at the ceiling. I didn't, like a dummy. Gosh, that fire hurts. Why you gotta hit so hard? Stop dropping charms. Come on. Carlin... Okay. Carlin something that... two letters that the game's over-eager swear protection didn't want to let go. Oh my gosh, no. You don't get to chug. I get to chug. Go. There we go. Okay. We're all good. That's a fog gate. Let's not go there right now. If we hadn't stopped the windmill, this whole place would be poison. Poison pools. We don't want that. Okay, so this place... That's just... Hey, this place is really into poison. In case you didn't know. Kind of a big deal, poison, around these parts. That is a very clear place to put the door. And there's a bonfire. I love you, this particular bonfire. You're actually my best friend. No, Jen's my best friend, but you know. Alright. You're not a mimic. So now let's go... Now we have a bonfire we can go back to if we're in trouble. So let's actually go check this place out. There's so many pots. All right. Oh, of course. Buddy, hold on. We just need to clear some of these out. Alright. You can put okay, whenever there's these specific Pharos Lockstone places, you can put one in them, and it's going to fill the pool with something. Sometimes it's healing water, sometimes it's poison, because why would you want poison? So, anyway. If we take a real close look here at this chest, you notice there's a little bit of a gap right there. And it seems to be filled with a bunch of little beige tubes, or maybe spikes. What could that be? Well, yeah, there's no chain in chests in Dark Souls 2, but trapped chests will have that burnt look. And if you look very closely, you're going to see the gap in between the two halves, because that's a mimic. So you are a mimic, and normally in a game, like games pre-Dark Souls, mimics, once you can tell they're mimics, aha, you smash them and you win. But Dark Souls 2 went a bit whole hog. So let's see, like Dark Souls 1 mimics just basically unfolded into like giant humanoid enemies and just like punched, kicked, and sometimes tried to eat you. Let's see how Dark Souls 2 mimics react to me smashing them over the head. They unfurl into nightmare creatures. If you don't kill them quickly, they will scurry around very, very fast, lunge at you, and very easily snatch you, eat you, and kill you. They are terrifying enemies. And this build is a real good anti-mimic build. It's not why I picked it, but I'm real glad I did. Also, hey, we just got a Captain Hook hand. Not intended as a weapon. Yeah, we got a hook hand. Yarr. That's cool. And we got some dark gauntlets. So, gauntlets of a night subsumed by dark. Basically, these are, we are slowly getting parts of the Dark Wraith armor. And they kind of sprinkle them, like the real cool armors from the first game have been sprinkled throughout the game. This one, Dark Souls 2. So that folks can like slowly collect them and get the look they wanted. And I think it's a nifty way to let you do the cool stuff and wear the cool armor you like just by hiding them as like rewards. There we go. So, we're gonna end it here for tonight. What I might do in between this episode and the next one, I might grind a little bit for equipment, because I really do want that Desert Sorceress look. I like that look. But I don't want to bore you with just grinding for stuff and so on, so I'll probably do this on my own time, but not progress anymore. So I can continue to show you the cool things this game has to offer. Hey. Hello. Hi.
Bearer of the curse seeks lest.
More adaptability, please. Also, it really boosts all of our defenses. And it boosts agility, and agility is the stat that determines the chugging and the stuff. And I believe it also affects your tumbling effectiveness, your dodge rolls, your invincibility frames, or stuff like that. So it's not a stat you raise, but it is raised by other stats. Let's do that. Next time, Next time we're gonna wreck some more stuff. So thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure having you. Keep on taking good care of yourselves because you deserve it. You are important. And until we see each other again for more Dark Souls 2, let's keep making wonderful things together. Bye-bye. Bye, Abby.